even to show up, right, for evening practice. We're already tired. We're already a little bit worn out. But this practice, if we do it correctly, the consequence of the practice then is to be most easeful, to be most available, even in our rest, so that we can prepare for a little more enjoyable, easeful, restful evening. Yeah, a little more kindness for ourselves in this evening practice. Thank you, Carrie. That's really completely correct. We're going to be doing a practice that maybe some of you have not done before. And this is the earth element practice. And I've done the 4 elements or the 6 elements practice before, but we're going to focus this evening on the true weightedness, the substance, the solidity, the feeling of solidity, the feeling of rootedness, groundedness, wholeness that comes from this body and the earth itself. So my suggestion to you, I think I'm on, let me check that I'm recording. Yes, I am. Jackson, I just saw you come on. Good evening to you. We're getting ready to practice. So for earth element practice, in addition to those qualities that I just named, I'll name them again as you're preparing for sitting or lying. And again, I recommend that you do whichever one is most beneficial to you. Words like rootedness, solidness, earth element, grounded, right? We can feel that one, groundedness, stability. Anybody have any other words? If you do, write them in. Earth element. Some people would go to like imperturbable, unshakable, in that solidness. And I love those qualities. Sometimes they are necessary, right? Sometimes they are necessary. It's not so useful when we're solid always, because then we all become stuck. The negative side of the earthen element then can be words like rigid, fixed, immovable, static, unyielding, right? So that we can move too much into the earthen element if we don't ultimately bring other elements to bear. So we're shooting for stable, solid, grounded, rooted, enough to be open, enough to open. So if you can imagine that balance, we're going to rest in the body, in the solid part of the body, so that we can also open. Frozen, there's the other, thank you, again, another negative side. And I don't mean that really as versus positive, but our perceptions of that are fixed, right? So prepare for sitting. I'm taking off my shoes now. I'm going to be sitting so that you can hear me. We will be practicing for at least 30 minutes. We do not have a lot of conversation after. I think the conversation actually gets in the way after the practice rather than benefits us. I'm going to stabilize my video here. If you want to turn off your video, feel free. I think our bandwidth is okay. So I think we're doing all right there. I'm just going to do one more check, saying to everyone once again. We've got some new participants. I always love that. I'm going to turn that off for now. I'm not sure we need that. Okay, so let's get ourselves ready for the sitting, including lying practice, no problem. And we can begin by feeling into the earthen element within our own bodies. We're going to do that even before we ring the bell for the formal practice. So just drop into the body, wherever you get the sense of its weightedness, maybe a sense of solidness. Groundedness. Of course, when I say that, my mind went directly to my feet. Rootedness. And as you're breathing into the body, see if you can use the out breath to make a little more contact with the earth itself. Surrendering, release just a little bit more so that the earthen element, this body of yours, and the earthen element of this beautiful Mother Earth, more with each out breath merged into one. We cast it breath, grounding, rooting, solidifying. Remember, not rigid, not fixed, not inflexible. In fact, we can move this entire earthen body and still remain whole. The weight of the body in the seat. Feel the way you can feel the weight as you breathe the next out breath. The in breath, the air element, the space element rising us up, that earthen element calling us back to earth, inviting us here. Settling, grounding. Feeling the shoulders, the arms as they draw closer to the earth. Feel their weight, not as a heaviness, but as a stability. Even the head carries its own earthen element. It rests on that pin called the spine. Feeling into the earth element of our own bodies, this body, breath by breath. This physical body, made up and borrowed actually from atoms that make up this solidness. And then we recollect the intention for our practice, that we cause least harm here, that we might offer something by our very stillness and solidness, and that we might do so not only for ourselves, not only for those we cherish, but even for those we don't, for all beings holding this earth element. May we offer this and its benefits to all beings everywhere, without exception. That's right, including everybody, omitting none, awakening us and freeing us all. Just taking a few moments to breathe into this physicalness, this solidness. Feeling the sensations in the body, simply letting them come and go. Maybe sensations of tingling, pulsing, throbbingness, maybe that sense of heaviness or weightedness, qualities, groundedness. Using each out breath as another opportunity to move closer, to become one with the earth itself. With each out breath, dissolving that sense of fixedness or rigidity, remembering that the earth too is made up of particles of soil, particles of minerals, particles of rock. Really not fixed in any way at all, but a continuing stream of energy that equals this word we call matter. And resting into that sense of matter and allowing this physical sensing body to settle into that those open embracing arms of Mother Earth, being drawn closer and closer with each out breath. And just as this earth is soil, mineral, rock, it has come together into this sphere, into this form, into this body. Feeling the solidness of the whole body. Feeling the solidness in the parts of the body, the feet, the legs, the hips, the torso, the arms, the head, each part contributing to the stability of the whole. As we breathe, breathe into it all. As we breathe out, relax the body, this body. Let it be held, supported, embraced by the earth. And just as we enjoy the physical beauty the abundance, the bounty of this physical plane, this earth itself, and the trees, the mountains, the flowers, the fields, the gardens, the earth's crust, the whole of the earth. So too can we enjoy the many experiences, the abundance, the beauty, the ease of our own earthen body. We are not separate. We are a part of this planet, this orb. We are made up of the same elements, the same substances. We are not separate in any way. In fact, this body is not yours. It is a part of the earth, being lent and borrowed to you. Take comfort in knowing that we are on the same ground, each of us, made up of this earthen element. Every being then on the planet also made up of this earthen element, so that we are truly one. See if you can make contact with that truth, resting in the earthen element, not only of your body, but the body of all beings and all things. And this goes beyond, of course, our human incarnation. It includes, again, the elements in the trees, the leaves, the branches, the rocks, the pebbles, the boulders. The soil, that which is deep in the sea. Even the peaks of the tallest mountains. There is even earthen element in clouds. Reflect for a moment, see wherever you look, whatever image comes to mind as you think about beauty, as you think about abundance, as you think about enoughness, no matter what you call to mind. See if you can sense its earthen element, its availability, its sustenance, its nourishment, its fertile ground. As you think about those things that are solid, that you've called to mind, even the solidness of a flower petal, the solidness of a plant stem, the solidness of these gigantic sequoias and redwoods, right? Can we remember that we possess exactly those same qualities? We are that. This includes the whole of the body, the skin, the nails, the hair, includes the organs, the veins, the arteries. Includes the eyelashes, the toenails, the hairs on the arm. Moving beneath the skin's surface. It includes the soft tissue, the bone, the blood itself, even in its liquid form, carries an element, an earthen element as well. It takes form beyond the bone, even to the bone marrow, beyond the marrow to the cells. All unified, all harmonized. All a part of this big planet Earth. Can you feel the sits bones, the pubic bone, the heel bone, maybe the skull, maybe the shoulder blades, depending on whether you're sitting or lying, the bones in the hands. Feeling their weight and their aliveness. Very inflating and deflating of the lungs and diaphragm, the belly, all a part of matter, of mass. Even in its movement, it contains a solidness. See if you can enjoy the solidness, the stability, this groundedness. See if you can feel that sense of gratitude for being a part of this unifying field of the earth element. See if you can rest into it. There's nothing to do. It is already here, already yours. Feeling once again into the solidness of the hands. As they rest, as they relax. And in fact, you may notice that as the body is relaxing, it is becoming more weighted as it draws itself more into the earth, joining. There's nothing to keep separate. There's no valor in holding oneself apart. In fact, in that sense of apartness, we are alone, disconnected. Let yourself move into the earth. Let your own physical body join. And remember, I am a part of this. The touching into the earth element is a bit like touching into source. We remember our origin, our original home. And we release and relax in the remembering. Never separated, never apart. Always joined, always unified, always earth element. And no matter what comes to mind, see if we can recognize the earth element within it. A bird, a bush, the grass, the trees. Look all around you. The furniture, the floor, the doors, the ceiling, all earth element. And because of our very consciousness, because of our very cognizing ability, we can discern a beautifully earthen element from space. And this is one of the ways we make distinctions. We can feel or sense or see form. So you know the vase from the flower, even though they are part of the same elements, they are also distinct. Their particular incarnation is in each moment unique. Form like this and then like that, but not separate. And so we can extend the reality of that earthen element to different people, male or female, both or neither, sharing more and also unique. Long hair, short hair, different colors of skin, different shapes of eye or ear or nose or mouth, more alike than separate. Teeth, the straight or crooked, white or yellow, all sharing earthen element. Smooth skin or rough, fat or thin, earthen element in it all. And the freedom in the earthen element, besides recognizing that we are all a part of the whole, is to also be able to free oneself from a certain fixed identity. The me because I have long hair, the me because I have a certain shape eye, the me or not me that can occur because of colors of skin, because of gender, because of traditions, all of these things that we make distinctions about to separate rather than to celebrate. But ultimately, the characteristics of the earthen element are the same. They're cells and atoms and electrons coming together and coming apart. There are wide grins and shy grins and smiles and serious faces, all a part of the movement of that earth element, all a part of this human experience. None especially good or bad until we make it so. We have to bring what? Prejudice and bias, judgments, preferences, all to the same earthen element. Maybe we could simply let it be a part of the ground, a part of the soil, a part of the origin and source from which all things come. And if I am earth and you are earth, and they are earth and we are earth, how do we live? And feeling the movement, the solidness, the sensation in one's own heart at this reflection. I am earth and you are earth. We are earth and they are earth. And so kindness then is the only thing. in that recognition, in that knowing. Kindness is the only answer. And see if, as we are reflecting, we can begin to open that heart beyond its physical matter, beyond the mass of the human heart. Let it move out into the boundless open space. That heart that is greater than simply the earth element, includes all elements, actually. Air, space, water, light, sun, and energy, all of it comes together in a confluence of boundless space. In which all things of matter matter. The earth matters, the seas matter, the air matters, the climate matters. I matter and you matter. We all matter together. The me in this matter is consciousness. The me in this matter is love, is kindness, is compassion and wisdom. This body is borrowed and will return to the earth. So we do not cling. We do not call this body mine or me. We do not call you that. Can we recognize the earthen element in all beings? The same groundwork, the same parent, the same beginnings, and the same end. And then again, it is kindness, love, compassion, and wisdom that will distinguish. Expressible infinite forms. Quality of our own awakened heart mind. This matters too. Breathe it in and send it out. And we can do that first, right here in this physical body. We can offer ourselves these wishes, these blessings of loving kindness. May I be happy. May I be well, both body and mind. May I live with ease. May I be free from distress, from pain, from suffering. May I remember who I really am, and then calling another to mind. I often let this just happen naturally, and because of the immediacy of a day, it's often someone in my day. And so today I'm calling to mind a gentleman who was laying our counter this day. And we had a little moment of miscommunication and needing to check and phone calls. And I'm calling that lovely man to mind. It might be someone you love, someone you barely know, like this gentleman. And we offer these phrases of care and kindness to them. May you be happy. May you be well. May you live with ease. May you be free from distress, from pain and suffering. May you remember who you really are, and that we are together part of the whole. Maybe calling someone to mind with whom we've had some minor miscommunication or misunderstanding or difficulty. And calling their earthen image to mind. Remembering that we share the exact same elements. And that no matter our mood, no matter the opinion, no matter the liking or not liking, that we are in fact one. A part of the whole. And seeing if we can offer these phrases of loving kindness to them with that clear understanding. May you be happy. May you be well. May you live with ease. May you be free from distress, from pain and suffering. May you remember who you really are. And then calling as many beings as you can, inviting them into this open, infinite, vast space, the space, the boundless, awakened heart mind. It's room enough for all. May we all be happy. May we all be well. May we all live with ease. May we all be free from distress, from pain and suffering. May we all remember who we really are. This earthen element united, a part of the whole, not separate, never alone, conjoined. And for the last few moments of this practice, calling anyone else to mind you wish to include, offering them blessings of loving kindness, compassion, and freedom. May we be grateful for them all. May we dedicate the merits, the blessings, and the benefits of this practice in all practice, all prayers, all blessings from all traditions. May they call them in from all directions. May we gather them, and may we send them out, letting it touch all beings and all things. May we offer this to the end of suffering in the promise of true, abiding happiness and freedom. And may our practice this evening contribute. And by this practice, may we remember that this day is good. And let this day then be done. So be it. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. It was so good to see you. So good to see you, Carol and Tracy and Jackson. I haven't gotten to see or talk to you in a while. So it's always wonderful to have you all join. It means a lot to me to be able to practice with you. And hopefully this practice will help you remember, particularly at a time when I think it's extra easy to separate, right? To perceive another as different than we are based on these small things like eye color and size and perspective, right? Whatever it happens to be, different thoughts, different realities. We forget the essential groundedness from which we all come and to which we will all go, which is a greater reality than any momentary thing. Whatever it is you think is distinguishing you, be careful. It is less true than you know. We all want love. We all want safety. We all want ease. We all want happiness. We all want freedom. And this joins us. So may you have a restful, beautiful evening. As a result of this practice, I'll look forward to seeing you again next Monday at 7:30, if this time works for you. And tomorrow we will be meeting early in the morning. For some of you that works, some not, at 7 a.m. for the Bodhisattva Path. And we are going over a book, though the book has not been essential. So don't not come over that. And I'll look forward to hopefully seeing you soon. So I'm going to check chat just to make sure we don't have anything big happening. Thank you all. Thank you. It's good to see you. I look forward to seeing you all again. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. I will. I hope you will as well. Take care, everyone. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good evening. See you soon.
Thank you, Diana.